It's been a long time.
Yes.
I think everyone had a good holiday.
Yes. You get some newspaper from Vietnam or not?
News?
News.
No,
New
I
about
haven't
the
heard
oh
any news.
in your country don't have the some of the news from the Vietnam for the big event.
No,
Yeah.
no, I haven't heard. What's the big event? What's the
Yeah.
news about?
50 years anniversary for
Uh-huh.
the we have the independence and we have
Uh,
the consolidation
oh,
the south and the north.
that's why it's really big. So how did people celebrate?
um they they make they just present the army activities in the in Ho Chi Minh City. So very big
Mm.
and very interesting. Some of the helicopter and some of the jet air they fly on the sky.
Oh,
Yeah,
planes,
yeah, the
heli-
plane they show.
helicopters.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
that's really big.
yeah, big,
That's good to
very
know.
interesting. Yeah.
Yes.
Some of the north people they go to the Ho Chi Minh City to enjoy, and some of
Mm-hmm.
yeah very surprised because when they have the normally
Hmm.
when the holiday comes and the people in Ho Chi Minh they come back the countryside.
Yes, that's
Yes,
right.
yes, and I have to I travel and I stop. I have the traffic jam, heavy.
Mhm. You
But
stuck in a traffic jam. Oh,
yes,
that's
yes, but
terrible.
yeah, but this event, the people in the countryside they go to the Ho Chi Minh to enjoy.
Oh,
So I'm very easy to take my countryside.
so
Okay,
you went to the countryside. Okay. Yes, go on.
uh, mấy không đâu thà. Okay, so hello Hoàng. Who is working Khai? Who is working Khai? Who is, who? Okay, Hoàng. Today we have the Hoàng Thiên, Hannah. I know one
Hi
very busy.
everyone.
Okay, so Hoàng, today what you want to say?
So for today's topic, we're talking about budgeting.
Oh, but
What type of budgetings we have.
Hmm.
Is there anyone who are familiar with budgeting?
yeah, already. Uh, I discuss and guide them some of the method of budgeting. You remember Lara and everyone?
Yeah, I think I remember there was a topic before
Yes,
that is
yeah.
about budgeting, but I'm not sure if it's only about. Maybe there is, there's more to know about budgeting.
Mm. I remember I teach you about the budget already. I
Mm-hmm.
remember. Oh yes, yeah. Here, I think you remember. Here
Mm-hmm.
already.
Yes.
We have the Mr. Shuran to discuss about his company, some of details, some of detail of budget. Yes, and right now, Hoàng detailed discuss about the top down and bottom up because two methods very usually the accounting use the method.
I
So
think I just bring off the real sense, something
yeah,
like a practical analysis for of this topic, um, perhaps the overview and some details, and some case studies with the budgeting based on
mm-hmm.
my past experience.
Okay, you show the screen. I stop sharing.
Okay,
How are you, Hoàng?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks.
Long time see you.
Let me share my screen.
Okay. Lara, can you ask him something and discuss and for everyone to listening your voice and Hoàng voice because I think that everybody just got improve the listening and some of the meanings and the knowledge from Hoàng. Okay,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
yeah,
yes. I'll ask questions later if there's something
sure.
I cannot understand
Yeah,
or
thank
cannot
you.
follow. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, feel free to stop me every time that you're not clear about anything. Just stop me at every time.
Yes,
So,
thank you so much. Yep, sure.
um, so I think that because our session just lasts for 20 minutes, so I just go over the big points first in our presentation. So, for budgeting methods, I think the most popular form of budgeting is top down and bottom up.
Oh, I'm
I'm
so sorry. Have you already shared the screen or
Oh,
I
really?
haven't yet? Yeah, I cannot see your screen. I'm sorry.
Okay. So
Okay,
let me
yeah.
know if you can see my screen.
Yeah, I can see it now. Thank you.
Okay. I created this presentation from AI, so that's not so fancy compared to my past presentation. So sorry for that.
It's okay.
Okay. So I just stopped by two budgeting methods, top down and bottom up. Um, I think among the two types, so top down is more popular. I don't know about the other environment, but in Vietnam, I think people are more familiar with the top down one. But before we head to that, we just stop by at what does budgeting mean? Um, so budgeting means is a systematic process of an organization to start with financial planning and setting up the goal for resource allocations. So the keyword here is resource allocation. Um, sorry, but so what does resource mean? So whenever you generate profit, you have enough saving in your company. So um, after the end of the month, you can decide how many saving or how many profit you already made from last month will be allocated for next month expenditure. So that is the meaning of the resource allocation. Let me take an example of that. So for after last month, for example, if you're running a coffee shop and you're earning $1 million profit from last month, and next month you need to think about how much of the expenses that you need to pay for the staff, personnels, buying materials, or you need to, um, you know, invest in the layouts of the coffee shop or something. So there are variety of expenses that help you to, um, you know, help your companies improve the image and also the market of your company. So that is the meaning of the budgeting process. So as I told you from the first slide, we're going to have like two popular types of budgeting: the top down and bottom up. For the top down one, so in general, that's going to be um, the people from the senior management level who will set a limit for budget for their departments. So, for example, if I'm running a coffee shop and I'm the owner of the coffee shop, so I'm gonna set like if I have $1 million as a reserve, so I'm gonna set around like 500,000 US dollar for the payment for the salary. So that's gonna be I would put that down to my senior manager who will run the coffee shop day to day because I'm not there in the coffee shop. every time. So I need to hire a manager there. So I'm gonna put that $500,000 to that manager, and I'm saying, okay, you can hire as many staff as you can, but my limit is just 500,000 US dollar, and you need to use that amount to accommodate your expenses. Same situation when in next month, if you're saying, okay, I'm earning I have $1 million US dollar in my reserve, but you only need to pay around another 300,000 US dollar for buying materials, and 1,000 US dollar for bills for energy or something. So that's going to be the limit for next month expenses. So that's why we are talking about, when you're talking about top down, that is the view and point of view from the managerial position or the ownership position, to give limits for expenses for the lower level of management. Um, does that make sense to you?
Yeah, yes, I can follow.
Okay. Um, please, others, if please raise your concern if you're not sure about anything. Thank you. So, um, another type of budgeting is bottom up. Um, so this is kind of the reverse situation. So before next month operation, I'm gonna ask my staff. Okay, so back to the example of the coffee shop. um when I'm telling my staff, like, next month that's going to be challenging for us, and we need to cut down on our expenses. So each department, you need to submit um, your expected budget for next month expenses. So let's
Mhm.
just say our coffee shop, we're going to have the managerial position, um, who running the waiters, the group of waiters, and also we have another head of the housekeeping, the cleaner housekeepers or something. So each department would need to submit their expenses for next month. So we'll go from details to the most general and unified budget. So um, I think that is kind of the reverse way of making a budget. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, yes, I understand. But speaking of that, I just have a question in regards with the top-down budgeting. What if okay, okay, let me just understand fully. So top-down means the upper management basically is in charge of budgeting, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they provide, limits to each department, to,
Mm-hmm.
lower management. But what if the budget that is given to them, it's not like not it's inadequate? What do they do if that's the situation?
Um, so in case there's always inadequacy in any form of budgeting,
Mm.
whether this is bottom up or top down. So first, um, on the first
Yeah,
glance, every budget will have the
copy.
indications of inadequacy. So let's just say, in our situation for the coffee shop, the manager said, like, this month we're just buying 300,000 US dollar for materials, but we say, like, we don't have any like milk left in our inventory or something. We need to buy more. So the manager at this case, he would ask their employees to check their stock, check their inventory, if it is the case that we don't have any milk left. And why is it the case? If in every month we have our good procrastination and estimation for next month milk level, milk input. So why is it the case that this month we don't have any milk left? So let's just say that they would make an analysis, checking, and reviewing. And if it is a case that we really need to buy more milk, So definitely we need to add up to our budget. So it's the
Mm.
same situation come with the bottom up one.
Mhm. Yeah, yes, I understand now. Thank you.
Hmm. So I think that is so that is a top down budgeting, and bottom up budgeting will have um many levels of how to say double checking, overviewing, supervising with something, and auditing. So that is a continued process before they come up with the final version of budgeting.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Okay. Um, I'll just go over this real quick. So advantages of the top-down budgeting will enable tight expenditure control from the managerial position, and also better resource allocation, um, and ensure strong alignment with the corporate strategy. So the keywords here is this corporate strategy. Um, why is this okay? Because budgeting will come along with the company's strategy for next month. So let's just say um, next month we're going to have the campaign. Back to this case to the case of the coffee shop. Next month we're going to have a campaign. We ask the customer in, and also we will have like the drawing sessions, teaching people how to draw, and um, or perhaps next month we're going to have a band going in the coffee shop, so everyone can enjoy the coffee while we're listening to music. So next month expenditure will go with the expenses to hire the brand to play music in. So we need to cut down the costs for materials or something like that. So um, that's why I say we need to have a higher preference for the top-down budgeting. If that kind of company have a lot of plans and strategy for marketing, or big event or something that require good managerial decisions. So that is the case of the top-down budgeting. um, but there are limits to that. For example, like as you say, it does not have the flexibility level, and sometimes that um, inadequacy always happen, um, and it goes to many departments. And if we go with that, so top downs always have the indication that the departments the budget for the departments are not equally distributed, and there are many departments that raise their concerns over, like, because their department doesn't have enough funding for their projects, or also staffing. So there's always concerns and questions for how they can operate under that tight budget.
mm-hmm.
So that was the case of that is the shortcomings of the top-down budgeting. Makes sense?
Yes, I understand. So, as you've mentioned, that is, a shortcoming. So, based on what you said, they actually they can just add, the budget after maybe evaluation or their analysis to the problem, right? That
Hmm.
must be the solution. Am I
Hmm.
correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
So yeah, so after layers of analysis and also auditing, so eventually they need to come up with a kind of budgeting that fits the vision of the manager in the short run, and also their department also need to be happy with what they have given the
Mm-hmm,
tight budget. Um, so that's always happened in the top down budgeting system. So
mm-hmm,
bottom up one is I think that's kind of different. It takes time because we need to ask for each department to submit their proposal for the budgeting. So let's just
mm-hmm,
say if we're running a coffee shop, it's just two departments. It does not take time. But if we're running a company like we have like 10 departments, especially if you have the sales department and also other operation department, um, sometimes the budgeting from departments are conflicting. Um, there are conflicts between departments about budgets because sometimes, for example, if I need to buy, um, if my example was that I used to work in a golf company before.
Mhm.
So um, if you ever get to a golf course, so you know that we'll have um, how to say that we'll have like an operation department. Um, we call that the shop house. So the shop house
Okay.
will have their um, will have the sales tool for selling goods or something, and there's always expenses that for cleaning. Okay, um,
Mhm.
in the workshop, in the shop house. Sorry, in the shop house, so we will have the cleaning expenses for every session. So um, we'll have someone at the front to help the guests checking in. And also, we have the other department that sells inventories, souvenirs or something. So
Mhm.
there's always sometimes we need to ask for the expenses for cleaning the area that they're standing. So if we cut down the budget for one department, so in the case that both departments are submitting an expenses for cleaning and we're just accepting one because they're standing close to each other, so that
Mm.
caused kind of the conflict, um, because we're spending the cleaning expenses for just one area but two kind of departments are standing close to each other. So sometimes they would raise their concern because um, why is this the case that the other department have this type of budget but we don't have that? Um, and we just feel unsafe and unsecure because if our session is in our area is not clean enough, the guests and the customers would not come in. So that is the typical case when I was in the golf course. Um, another thing is that um, sometimes the department does not have the clear vision of the company in the short term. So sometimes they are proposing over the budget. So let's just say next month, if we think that our sales volume and our KPIs does not met, so we'll ask for um, additional human resource or um, salary for more personnel into your department, um, that it does not match with the manager's vision that we need to cut down the cost for next one or something. So that's what causes another type of conflicts between the lower and the higher level of manager. So that was the cases for bottom up budgeting. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, yes, I can follow so far. Basically, you're discussing some, conflicts or shortcomings of these two approaches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Yes, yes, I can understand.
Okay. Um, so it is essential if we can split between the shortcomings of the two system,
Mhm.
right? For bottom up,
Yes.
that's gonna be like it lacks flexibility, and sometimes it will raise the concerns from the lower level of departments. And for the bottom up one, that's gonna be um, like the lack of efficiency about the because there will be causing a lot of conflicts between departments, and also between the levels of management for budgeting. So um, another thing is the hybrid budgeting approach. This type of approach is not so flexible, but it would get into the companies that prefer to run their budget according to projects. So they will make
Which,
a
which,
harmony between like whether what which project need to be followed with the bottom up and which project will be follow up with the top down. So I think that is the most favorable type of budgeting for today's company system because the companies because many corporations they're not just running a type of business. So big corporation they're running like education, healthcare, hospitality, sporting, or something. So they'll have a diverse system of business. So each business will have their own type of budgeting. Um, yeah. So in my country, we have Bean Group, which is like a diverse system of business, like an ecosystem of business. And sometimes a lot of um, flow of cash are running around businesses and businesses. So that require a very flexible level of budgeting in order to confirm short term um, financing for activities. So that's it. That was the end of my presentation. Any
Um,
questions?
is it possible for you to what do you call this? Give a specific example of hybrid budgeting?
um, okay, so I will return to like a hybrid level. So in my company, my past company, I worked for Bean Group, which is a very big corporation. Um, so I was very fortunate. I feel like very lucky enough to work in two companies. The first one is in the golf company, and the second one is in the healthcare company, like hospital system. So um, for the golf company, that's going to be the hybrid one because they run the budget according to the project. So let's just say if you ever get to the golf course, so um, in during summertime or during like rainy season, there's not much customer coming in the golf course because the rainy level will affect your result, your sports, right?
Mhm.
You cannot play golf
Yes.
under rainy weather conditions. So from June to September, there's not much guest customers coming into the golf course. But from January to around April, that's going to be the peak season. So at that time, there are a lot of campaigns that going along with um, how you attract customers and also
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Hello.
raining in my house. In my
Oh, hello. Can you hear me, Mr. Wan?
yes, yes, because my house have raining, heavy raining. It will continue.
Oh, yeah. I think I cannot hear Mr. Wang now. I think is gone. Hello.
I have something.
Yeah. I think Mr. Wang is not. He's not responding. I cannot hear anything.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think he
it's
had
his
some
connection.
of the problem with the connection. He had a
Oh, okay,
problem with
okay,
the connection because he always in the coffee shop to discuss with us.
okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes,
Okay, so
connection problem.
just
So
Oh,
Okay,
he laughing.
Lara, can you have busy? You can go out. So
No, it's okay. I think I can still stay for a few minutes. Maybe he'll come back.
yes,
I can wait for him for a few minutes, I guess.
yes. In the Ho Chi Minh City, we have the big heavy rains,
Mm.
and some of the roads have the flood, the heavy flood.
Oh no, that's
Yes, and
is there a storm?
yeah, they are damaged car and some of the motorbike because the flood over the motorbike, and some of
Oh, that's too
the
deep.
yes, the some people live in the um they have the motorbike
Hmm.
keeping, so the water go under then everything damage anything some errors.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
that's a
very,
big trouble.
yeah, very trouble.
Yes, but I hope everyone is safe.
Yeah,
Motorbikes, it's okay to be damaged, but
yeah,
I think,
just flood it, and some
okay.
and my friend have some of the flu because
Mm,
the atmosphere and some of the atmosphere and the fuel trends because of raining surprise
mhm.
to yeah, so they change
Too
the
heavy.
yeah, they change the degree, they change the atmosphere, so we have the flu and sick.
Mhm. Oh, are you also sick today, Kim?
Yes, and have 1 week. 1 week. I have
Wow,
worked with the
it's
road,
been a week.
the road. Hoàng come back.
Hello.
Hoàng
Oh
always
yes, welcome back.
okay. Hoàng,
I realized that I was talking to myself like 5 minutes.
what the mean?
Yes. What happened?
I always like this because he work
It's okay. I
yes,
understand.
yeah.
Okay. I hope that I give you a clear explanation of the two system, but um, does that make sense to you up to now?
Yes, I can actually follow because Miss Kim already gave me some background of a top down and what they call this
Mhm.
bottom up budgeting. So somehow I have idea about it. But
Mm.
yeah, I think this presentation makes it clear. Just about hybrid budgeting, I think it's something that I just need more examples, I guess, for me to fully understand how it works.
Yeah, I just stopped by the example when about a golf course that I joined before. Um, but I don't know which part that I missed because of my
It's
connection. Yeah, but just a wrap up. So in
okay.
the in the non-peak season, we changed to bottom up. I'm sorry, we changed to top down budgeting, and for peak season, we changed to bottom up because
It makes sense.
at that time we need a lot of expenses to run our business and improve our image. So every department have a lot of need for buying and purchase. So at that time we need bottom up because we need to know like is this the case and is it real that that type of department need these type of expenses and investments for that month. So that in peak season when expenses are coming up, so we need as clear vision and clear and detailed list of budgets as possible in order that we are not wasting our budget
Mhm.
into type of investment that is not so necessary. Um, yeah, and on the other hand, in the non-peak season, we just need to cut down the cost. So bottom up will come into the case because at that time we just care about cutting costs and we don't need to, you know, care about protecting the grass, relaying the grass, um, buying uniforms or have advertisement or camping marketing campaign to attract customer. Non-peak season is rainy, so that's not favorable to competitions or customer to come into play. So
Mhm.
yeah, so that's why bottom up coming to no, top down coming into play in non-peak season. So
Yes.
that is a recap of how hybrid the budgeting is running for a type business that have so many changes in a financial year, or have so many like in a corporate that have so many types of business. So we
Mm.
have many applications of budgeting. So
Mm.
that's why hybrid
Actually,
budgeting is so popular for now.
yes, it totally makes sense to me now. Yeah, so especially if it's a big company, I guess they don't stick to one kind of budgeting approach. It depends on the season, or it depends on the business, which budgeting is more suitable, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I see. I understand. Okay, but I'm so sorry. Everyone, I think I need to go now since I
Yeah,
still
no
have my next
problem,
class.
Lara. It's okay.
Yes, but yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Wong and
Yeah.
Kim. Everyone, thank you.
Okay. See you
And
next days. Okay.
yeah, yes. See you. Thank
So
you. Bye. Mhm.
I think we just
See
have
you.
the
Have a good one.
yeah,
Yep.
30 or 40 minutes, Hoàng. So we can continue next day. Okay.
Mm,
So I think
thank
very
you so much.
interesting. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Take a rest and good night, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good
Yes.
night.
Thank you, with